Please be seated. Welcome to Beloit College's commencement for the class of 2016. Welcome to this 166th commencement at Wisconsin's oldest and finest college, a college completing its 170th year of continuous service. It is a great day to be a Beloiter. Parents, I am confident that you were aware that when you dropped your child off on this campus approximately 4 years ago, you knew that this was a school in Wisconsin. And I am confident you adjusted to that fact as you thought about what to bring to wear today. But if you are too warm, we have opened the chapel where the ceremonies will be live streamed in a climate-controlled setting, although without air conditioning. It takes an army of Beloiters to make this commencement as special, warm, welcoming, comfortable, and meaningful as it is and will be. This includes our peerless staff in housekeeping and grounds and security and maintenance and student affairs and communications and marketing and food service and alumni relations, and the list goes on. Would you please join me in thanking all of these inspiring colleagues and friends and recognize their collective awesomeness? Just the other morning, I left my house, and on the front stoop was a glass turtle ornament. In fact, this is it right here. On its underbelly is written, "For Scotty B from P&J." P&J, if you are with us now, I want you to know how much I appreciate this thoughtful rebalancing of the turtle trade deficit that has characterized my life over the last 4 years. I mention the turtle trade deficit because a relatively large number of turtle-related lawn ornaments at my home have gone on walkabout for the last 4 years. Conceivably, some of you sitting out there expecting to receive a diploma are among those who have granted yourselves the property rights to these turtles. Now, I do not intend to blow precious time this morning explicating the moral depravity of turtle theft, but there is a decent chance that the same qualities that lead someone expecting a diploma to pilfer a turtle from the president's house in the dead of night might be the same qualities that have prompted that same someone to leave a filthy dorm room to be cleaned out by that same someone's loving parents and siblings after this ceremony, a job that could have been done last night by that same someone expecting a diploma had that same someone consumed a few fewer spotted cows. Appealing to those of you expecting to receive a diploma who absconded with my turtles is surely pointless. So instead, I appeal to those good parents unhappily stuck cleaning your offspring's room after these ceremonies, as the shine of this morning's celebration is increasingly tarnished by the discovery of artifacts under your son or daughter's bed, in their closet, within their dresser, that offer profoundly disturbing windows into how precious tuition dollars were used over the last 4 years. If among these artifacts you come across any turtles that look out of place, including any turtle-riding gnomes, please return them to 709 College Street, the large White House right behind you. No questions will be asked. Now, to the moment at hand, class of 2016, I have one of your own at the ready to start us out right. Reed Libby, will you please join us on stage? And will all of you help encourage Professor John Kaufman to also join us on stage. As Reed gets ready to perform, it's helpful to know that Reed is a talented singer and songwriter. I've asked him to serenade us this morning with his original composition titled John Kaufman. Let's welcome Reed Libby.
Hello. This one's for all the class of 2016 and all the people who brought us here today. It's a song about hope and growth. It's a song about the past as well as the future. And it's a song about John Kaufman and his daughter Hattie. So sing along if you know the words. And hey, if you guys need a guitarist, I'm free after the show. Is that working? Even that? Okay, cool. How can someone be electricity? Okay. You can imagine the digital effects in the recording. Spent 18 years as a little kid. Couldn't say what I meant, didn't mean what I did. Came to college, I was nervous and afraid to fail. So afraid to choke that I wouldn't inhale. And then I met a man, and I started to understand. Boom, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. Fail and take a bow, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. Everything became in doubt, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. He would take our dumb mistakes, la la la, John Kaufman. Yes, and turn them into something great. Oh yeah. He said that we should seek success. Good advice. He taught me how I can say yes, 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 yes. Ooh, sorry, Obi-Wan, but he will not use force. That's a deep cut. Risk, fail, and risk across the course. And when I do not have a clue, oh no, well, I try and think of what you would do. A do 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 boom, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. There's gotta be a twist, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. Like he's evading state taxes, crash, la la la, John Kaufman. On you, or he's the world's strictest daddy, la la la, John Kaufman. Is Hattie here?
I don't know.
Well, Hattie, this one's for you. Hello, Hattie. This is Reed, Hattie. It's so nice to have you listening to this song. You're looking strong, Hattie, on your blog, Hattie. Baby Hancock has her jam, so let's just sing along. We feel so paying while the band's playing. How we all doing? One of my old crummy songs that goes like this. Oh, what's the use can't stand on your feet. Crash, la la la, John Kaufman. He will pass the energy. Zip zap zap, John Kaufman. The other thing that's clear, la la la, John Kaufman. The endings can get graduation 2016!
Thank you, Reed. Reed, you can go back to your classroom, but I actually asked Professor Kaufman to remain. Reed's wonderful song is more than just a disconnected inauguration to this glorious day. It serves as the defining theme for Beloit College, and one I intend to beat to near death over the next 7 minutes. Let me begin with an assertion that follows directly from Reed Libby's brilliant song. Professor John Kaufman is a psychopomp. Yes, John, you are a psychopomp. I had no idea what that meant until about 48 hours ago. It sounds a little dirty, doesn't it? John Kaufman, psychopomp. Don't you kind of just want to bring him up on charges of moral turpitude? It is, however, a real word. I am not making it up, although if you type it into your phone while messaging, your phone will try to change it to psychotic or psychosomatic. Professor John Kaufman is neither. As far as I know, Professor John Kaufman is, however, an authentic psychopomp. So are Professors Amy Briggs and Ron Nikora, Associate Dean Cecil Youngblood, Jennifer McCormick, coach of the women's basketball team, and so many of the fine, fine people in front of whom, none of whom is depraved in any obvious way. I will argue that our honored speaker, Dr. Joanne Terrell, is a psychopomp. Ann Davies used to be a psychopomp before she became provost. Just 48 hours ago, I was reading the most recent edition of Archaeology magazine. It featured an archaeological dig going on in southeastern Turkey. An ancient burial mound is being excavated, and researchers have uncovered a woman and child. What makes this mound particularly interesting is that this woman and child are buried alongside a couple of dozen turtles. So you knew this talk would find its way to turtledom, and it has. But before I go into the whole turtle thing, and rest assured I will, it is worthwhile to stop and note that the dig is being led by researchers from Batman University. I am not kidding. Did you know there was a Batman University? Dr. Terrell, did you know there was a Batman University? How great is that? If you were not graduating from Beloit College today, wouldn't you love to try your hand at a few courses at Batman University? But I digress. Back to John Kaufman and psychopomps. If you Google psychopomps, you will see a picture of the Grim Reaper. It turns out a psychopomp is a guide to the afterlife. A guide to the afterlife. What researchers at Batman University have discovered is that turtles are psychopomps. Indeed, the article from Archaeology magazine is titled, "Let a Turtle Be Your Psychopomp." The turtles buried alongside this woman and child in southwestern Turkey were placed there to be comforting guides to the afterlife. You see where this is going. Batman University researchers, through their archaeological wizardry, have simply discovered what Beloiters have always known. Let a turtle be your psychopomp. For us here today, it did not take a dig in southwestern Turkey to sort this out. We are a school that was built on turtle after turtle after turtle, John Kaufman after John Kaufman after John Kaufman. Turtles all the way down. 170 years of Beloit College graduates have been guided into their afterlife, at least their after Beloit College life, by turtles like John Kaufman, Amy Briggs, Ron Nikora, Jennifer McCormick, Cecil Youngblood, and on and on. This is why Reed Libby's message this morning is so important. So you might reasonably be worried that some psychopomps could be guiding you to an afterlife that is less than savory. The Grim Reaper, a prototypical example of a psychopomp, has a shaky track record. Just ask Ingmar Bergman. But John Kaufman is no Grim Reaper. All Grim Reapers are psychopomps, but not all psychopomps are Grim Reapers. Just try and digest that class of 16 in your semi-hungover state. What makes John Kaufman a turtleish psychopomp? Well, 20 years of research on how practices during your 4 years at college impact the quality of your life after college, your afterlife, have shown that by far and away it all boils down to this. Have you had a fundamentally mentored experience at college, an experience in which you are challenged to your core, pushed to do more than you thought was possible? Have you been provoked towards essential, often existential questions rocking your very being? Have you been gently scolded about not really having tried your hardest, told you need another draft, you don't yet have enough evidence, your argument lacks sufficient rigor? Have you been provided space to make your education your own, space to fail and space to succeed? Have you had a mentor take authentic, caring interest in your well-being and your future, who trusted you to be increasingly a friend and colleague? Have you been told that you are the reason that your mentor loves this school so much? Have you been given a chance to make connections between skills and habits of mind you are developing in your formal education with the rest of your life? Have you been asked to transfer these habits of mind, these skills, these reflections to new complex problems and opportunities? Have you had to wrangle with unscripted puzzles, to wrangle them to the ground with the only tools at hand, those you have developed over your 4 years at college? Have you had a chance to be a full-fledged participant in the development of new knowledge, to be empowered to expand how we understand the world, how we explicate the world, how we evidence an argument in new ways? Have you seen the power of working with teams of people whose range of experience and frames of reference, whose ways of knowing and learning provide rich, new veins of opportunity to collectively approach thorny, otherwise intractable questions from gloriously new perspectives? Have you come to appreciate different ways of knowing? John Kaufman has done all these things amazingly, all these things, as many of you sitting in front of me know. Reed Libby knows this, as does Alice Gerke and Aria Shannon and Cheyenne Kern, and these things will provide you with the foundation for a life of purposeful consequence. I am not making this up. All the evidence shows that John Kaufman is a psychopomp to die for. Parents, this is really what you paid for, and it is the investment of a lifetime for and after Beloit lifetime. As simple as the previous paragraphs sound, the reality of what John Kaufman and Amy Briggs and Jennifer McCormick and Cecil Youngblood and Ron Nikora do is nuanced, sophisticated, difficult, smart, caring, unbelievably time-consuming, emotional, and meaningful. So meaningful. And every ounce of research says that what John Kaufman does is the connective tissue between these 4 years and the quality of afterlife, the next 60 years. Psychopomps, effective guides to the afterlife, make all the difference. Let a turtle be your psychopomp. Of course, each of you has your own guide to the Beloit afterlife, your own psychopomp, your own turtles, your own John Kaufmans. For Sam Schonenberger, your psychopomp is Professor Jim Rugby. For Ari Kokalis, It is Director of Sustainability, Lindsay Chapman. Dr. Nicole Truesdell is a psychopomp for Karen Bauer, among others. For Sam Gartzman, it is Professor Kevin Braun. And for STX Shoroff, it is, as it is for so many physics majors, Paul Stanley. And a psychopomp for the irrepressible Cameron Dieter continues to be Jill Budney. Let a turtle be your psychopomp. Of course, this is Beloit College, and we have in front of us Professor John Kaufman, a human metaphor for all the psychopomps that have and will make all the difference to you as you make your way into the afterlife. We celebrate this morning your futures, your bright, bright afterlife. We also celebrate this morning the turtles that have and will be your guides as you have prepared for this journey and as you realize its glory. Today marks the start of your afterlife, and psychopomps all around you right now expect to be with you on this journey. Class of 2016, if it were legal, I would buy shares in your soon-to-be wonderful afterlives. You are destined for lives of purposeful consequence in no small measure because of your time at this place, more specifically, because of your time with your mentors, your John Kaufmans, and importantly, this does not stop as of 1 o'clock today. John Kaufman is the gift that keeps on giving. Your afterlife includes your John Kaufmans, your psychopomps, your Beloiters, your turtles, all the afterlives to be among so many Beloiters. You're pretty much done, John. It is one of my great privileges as president of Beloit College to be asked each year to sit with the senior class officers and hear their thinking that informed their choice for a commencement speaker, and then to act as messenger and to extend their invitation to their selection. This year, that role gave me yet another opportunity to interact with Max Brumberg Krause, a legendary member of the class of 2016. Although we did not use this language, the senior class officers quickly came to the conclusion that they were seeking a psychopomp to serve as the honored commencement speaker. It was Max who introduced all of us to the qualities of Dr. Joanne Terrell and the way those qualities spoke so eloquently to exactly what the senior class officers were aspiring to make possible for this glorious day. It is for these reasons that I asked Max if he would please introduce this year's honored commencement speaker. He generously agreed. Please welcome.
In my second semester at Beloit, I began working for the Spiritual Life program. My coworker Lily Zeech was organizing a series of Christian speakers, and Dr. Terrell was basically the celebrity of the bunch. Let me tell you, Lily and Bill were so excited that Terrell was coming to Beloit, but to be honest, I did not know too much about her. It was just my job to show her around campus and help with logistics, that sort of thing. I was unprepared for the spiritual and creative growth that would take place that day. The Reverend Dr. Joanne Marie Terrell is an associate professor of theology, ethics, and the arts at Chicago Theological Seminary. A native of Springfield, Massachusetts, Terrell graduated from Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida, with a dual Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy and religion and behavioral science. She earned her Master of Divinity, Master of Philosophy, and Doctor of Philosophy degrees from Union Theological Seminary in New York City. She is an artist, a singer, a director, a theologian, a womanist, and a pastor. And she is also proof of the power of art in facilitating community dialogue and spiritual renewal. In 2013, Dr. Terrell gave a brilliant lecture titled A Love Supreme, The Historical Roots of Christian Exclusivism. But even when we were talking just across the dinner table, Dr. Terrell taught me about the power of dreams, the importance of compassion, and the possibilities of art to engage everything from biblical hermeneutics to personal trauma to systematic oppression. I am incredibly honored to welcome back to Beloit one of the most inspiring people I have ever met, Dr. Joanne Terrell.
St. Augustine once said, "Ask the stars, ask the sun, the moon, the trees, the flowers. Ask men and women too, and all will tell you, we are beautiful because God made us." President Bierman, Dean Davies, trustees, faculty, distinguished graduates, and all friends of Beloit College. With winter finally releasing its grip on the Midwest, sort of, with sounds of spring emanating from the air and the river, and with just a tweak of our regalia, we have the makings of a movie. March of the Penguins, the sequel. In a few moments, mortarboards will fly through the air like hungry penguins, flipping joyfully in the bountiful ocean after the rigorous endurance test of winter in Antarctica, Wisconsin. See how I did that? Mother penguins and father penguins will be reunited with their young, while surrogates, otherwise referred to as faculty, staff, and administration, will begin preparing curricula and the environment for the next generation of scholar penguins. Like you, the members of the senior class who extended this invitation to me, the class of 2020 will also have to navigate through difficult, sometimes harsh conditions for several terms. If they persevere, as you have, they will also come to a day of transfiguration, which is not merely a change in outward form or appearance, but also an exciting, glorifying, or spiritual change. Transfiguration happens when we catch a fleeting glimpse of unspeakable glory that is to come. Nothing is the same after we have witnessed such a moment, an hour, a day in which transfiguration happens. Though the vision itself may dissipate, we are left with a more profound awareness of the purpose of our lives, hidden within our uniqueness, our positive attributes, and our beauty. We may not see our giftedness to the world as clearly as others might. The good news is that we are not the sole authors of the visionary experience of transfiguration. In his book, God Has a Dream, Archbishop Desmond Tutu speaks of transfiguration as that which happens sometimes even contrarily to what we have been conditioned to expect. For example, many people believe that conversion is enough to warrant the label Christian on our identity, forgetting the deep tradition which says that transfiguration hinges on process of conversion, sanctification, and regeneration. Thus, to anyone who claimed to have become a Christian, the late poet Maya Angelou famously answered with a question, "Already?" I applaud her wisdom and mother wit, because in order to call oneself a Christian, it takes sincere inquiry into Jesus' character and one's own character in order to know if one can take risks the way he did, or pay the ultimate price for the people he loved and the principles he valued, or understand and use power the way that he did, not as a zero-sum game in which more power for you means less power for me and vice versa, but is something to be shared, and that, contrary to our expectations, exponentially increases the more it is shared. It takes a deep understanding of history and the power of sacred writ and ritual in order to call oneself a Jew, to interrogate what it means to be in covenant relationship with God and or with a particular people who have a particularly glorious and yet painful past and present. It takes a lifetime of propriety and introspection, as well as making salat, in order to call oneself a Muslim and to achieve true surrender to the holiness and oneness that Islam ascribes to God. It takes practice, and more practice of meditation and mindfulness in order to call oneself a Buddhist and to be situated in a world of mindless, unrelenting violence. Our whole world is in trouble. It awaits all our compassionate and appropriate responses to the cries of the dispossessed who are being killed, incarcerated, enslaved, trafficked, beaten, scapegoated, mocked, and denied their full rights and benefits of citizenship all the day long. Whether one is or is becoming a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Baha'i, a Buddhist, a Taoist, or a humanist, it takes understanding the streams of thought that produced and feed our traditions, and a studied, if humble, respect for the speculative nature of our own and others' truths in order to allow the process of transfiguring ourselves and our world to unfold. Bishop Tutu believes, quote, "The principle of transfiguration says nothing, no one, and no situation is untransfigurable, that the whole of creation, nature, waits expectantly for its transfiguration, when it will be released from its bondage and share in the glorious liberty of the children of God, when it will not be just dry, inert matter, but will be translucent with divine glory," end quote. Today is a day of transfiguration. Looking on you in your penguin-like garb, looking on your unique, colorful, and beautiful faces, translucent with the pride of accomplishment and radiant with relief, I know that the time you spent transitioning from adolescence to young adulthood, the meaningful relationships you established, and your study with the stellar faculty at Beloit have all produced change in you that is not merely outward, but is exalting, glorifying, and spiritually charged. Like the bird of paradise, which is unique, colorful, and unapologetically beautiful, and I am here referring to the species of perennial flowering plants native to South Africa and not to the bird species. Embrace your uniqueness and every nuance of your colorful character. And for the sake of the world, remain unapologetically beautiful, inwardly and outwardly, because transfiguration happens every time we do, every time we are. May the divine spirit protect you all. May the divine spirit take pleasure in you all. May you show courage together. May spiritual knowledge shine before you. May you never hate one another. May peace and peace be everywhere.
The Administrative Policy Manual of Beloit College provides that honorary degrees may be granted to those whose achievements are extraordinary and who represent by their lives and works the ideals for which Beloit College stands. I now present our candidate recommended for an honorary degree at today's ceremony. Would Dr. Joanne Terrell please step forward? In the acknowledgments for her book, Power in the Blood, The Cross in the African American Experience, the Reverend Dr. Joanne Marie Terrell explains that the work, while putatively an academic project, is something much more and deeper. It is also, she writes, an outpouring of gratitude from the heart of a devotee, a protege, and friend. It is, she says, a book informed by and emanating from time and engagement with a larger community of students and scholars, friends and family members, mentors and congregations. It is also, a tribute to a faith and tradition she honors and observes, challenges and champions. In her scholarship, her outreach, and her teaching, Dr. Terrell works out in the open and on topics of great importance to so many. She labors in the classroom, in the community, on academic tomes, and in public plazas, in a scholarly field and a faith tradition. She is informed by history, but entirely of her moment, a thinker and a believer. Beloit College students have benefited from her work, her example, and her testimony. For this reason, but also in acknowledgement of her award-winning teaching at Chicago Theological Seminary, her pastoral efforts, her publications, and her scholarship at Rollins College and Union Theological Seminary, Beloit College hereby bestows on Dr. Terrell an honorary doctorate of humane letters for her success in this endeavor and for her work yet to come. Congratulations, Dr. Terrell. As president of Beloit College, it is an honor and a pleasure to confer upon you with this Beloit College diploma, the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, by authorizing the Chief Marshal to invest you with the appropriate hood. Congratulations. So in addition, as a newly conferred Beloiter and a card-carrying Psychopomp, I wonder, Dr. Terrell, if you will accept what I would argue is the most important symbol of this college can possibly bestow. I am, of course, talking about a pair of turtle socks. I now call upon Carl Mendelsohn, Professor of Geology and holder of the Robert H. Solom Professorship in the Sciences, to present the candidate recommended for Emeritus status at today's ceremony. And would Carol Mankiewicz please come forward?
Carol Mankiewicz is the consummate teacher-scholar and a role model for students on how to practice interdisciplinary science. In her graduate work, she focused on biogeochemistry, and she continues to explore the intersection of these three areas of science in her professional work and in her teaching. She has studied ancient and modern reef ecology, researched the role of sea cucumbers in cleaning up the sea bottom, and explored how tilefish nests can be recognized in the fossil record. In landlocked Wisconsin, her interests have extended to the ecology and chemistry of local streams, turtle populations, real turtles, and earthworms. Over her 27-year career as a geologist and biologist at Beloit College, Carol has mentored students in courses on marine biology, environmental biology, and sedimentology. She has sponsored a wide variety of interdisciplinary student research projects in and especially out of the classroom. Beyond Beloit, she has promoted international education by directing Beloit's Study Abroad seminar in Ecuador and by guiding student researchers in Mexico and Spain. In her spare time, she has become the Rock County expert on identifying dragonflies and damselflies. As many scientists have become highly specialized, Carol has focused on natural history writ large, exploring contemporary issues such as urbanization, climate change, and water quality from a broad perspective that traverses traditional scientific boundaries. In her scholarship and in her teaching, she has been an inspiration to her students and her colleagues. Mr. President, I have the distinct honor and high privilege to present Carol Mankiewicz for emeritus status.
In honor of her 27 years of service and a symbol of our deep appreciation and abiding respect, we welcome Carol Mankiewicz into the honored ranks of Beloit College faculty emeriti. Now, in addition, Carol, because you are such a Beloiter through and through, and because you are maybe the most knowledgeable person about turtles ever to grace this campus, I hope you might be willing to accept a pair of turtle socks. Carol. No one has earned this one. The Warren Miller Blue Skies Award, named after a Beloit alumnus who is famous for his many New Yorker magazine cartoons, pays tribute to a member of the senior class who has helped to, quote, foster good cheer, a good-humored perspective, and saving grace in the conduct of our daily lives together on campus. It is voted on by student affairs staff. Good cheer, good humor, a saving grace. Would Nadir Carlson, of course. The recipient has to be Nadir Carlson. Nadir Carlson is a force of nature. As he moves about a group of people, he has an uncanny ability to coax conversation, smiles, and laughter out of everyone he meets, whether he's in the Java Joint Commons or on the Pearson's Quad. and he seems to be everywhere. He knows everyone. One nomination said, get up here, Nadir. One nomination said, Nadir's gently, I didn't write this, Nadir. Nadir's gently snarky quips often brighten my day when I'm lucky enough to bump into him. Yet another wrote that Nadir truly believes in the goodness of everyone, Nadir, and tries to bring that out in each interaction. His positive, hopeful approach is contagious and often refreshing in the face of tough conversations and challenging events. A double major in sociology and political science, Nadir has been an outstanding leader at Beloit. Through his work with student government, the Spiritual Life program as an RA, he has contributed to campus life in countless ways that focus on supporting others. The award is manifest in a framed drawing of a special cartoon Warren Miller created for the college and is given to that year's recipient. It is my absolute pleasure to present this drawing to Nadir. Please join me in congratulating my dear friend, Nadir Carlson. Members of the Beloit College class of 1981 established the Martha Peterson Prize as a tribute to Beloit's 7th president. The prize is awarded to a senior who best exemplifies the college's liberal arts tradition as a student and an active contributor to the campus community. Each year, faculty members nominate students for this prize, and the names are presented to the senior class members who vote on the final recipient. This year, the Martha Peterson Prize is jointly shared by Cicada Lamore in absentia and Max Brumberg-Kraus. Would Max please come forward? An exceptional student, an artist, a playwright, a performer, and a person of faith. Max's service to this community includes taking part in leading thousands of conversations aimed at social justice. Along the way, he led the Interfaith Club for 2 years and has participated in the Sustained Dialogue program since its inception on the campus. One of Max's nominations for the Peterson Prize reads as follows, and I quote, Max brings together his passion for theater, his study of classics, his service to spiritual life, his own social identities into his written and performed work. This spring, he wrote and directed Henosis, a play that combined history and sexuality in a playful multimedia production. His late-night drag cabaret series, House of Larva, explored Max's favorite themes in a more confrontational and messy fashion. In his drag persona of Cicada Lamore, Max's body became the delivery method. His spring symposium presentation on the violation of normative time connected his work to the mind in an academic setting. End of quote. His advisor and theater professor, John Kaufman, describes Max as a student he learns with rather than teaches to. Please join me in congratulating Max Brumberg-Kraus of Providence, Rhode Island on receiving the 2016 Martha Peterson Prize. Yes, get all the pictures. The senior class has chosen Haley Noel Barnett to address her classmates this morning. A better choice they could not have made. Would Haley please come forward? While Haley's making her way to the podium, Let me provide a brief introduction. Haley has been a rock star at Beloit in so many ways. She is a classical studies major who inspires epic accolades from our class's faculty who know better than anyone else how to deliver such things. They are, among others, they have relied heavily on Haley's tutoring skills, and they have enjoyed Haley's insightful brilliance and effective engagement beyond her studies on this campus. She has participated in an off-campus studies program aimed at students particularly interested in classics. Based in Rome, Italy, Haley came to Beloit, Wisconsin via the Big Apple. If she arrived with a deficiency, it was a poorly considered affection for the New York Yankees. But we are an inclusive campus. Haley's fondness for bats and balls was manifest in a wonderfully impactful role she has played on Beloit College's softball team. Next year, Haley will be enjoying the South by Southwest Festival while pursuing her PhD in classics in one of the world's premier classics programs at the University of Texas at Austin. Please join me in welcoming Haley Barnett.
Thank you, Scotty B. A couple of months ago, I tried meditation. Let me preface this by saying I don't normally subscribe to being mindful. I'm sorry, Bill Conover. I'm more of the hold it in until I reach my boiling point kind of person, but I've been anxious lately. I'm sure all of you can relate. I mean, raise your hand if you felt nervous or anxious or some combination of negative emotion lately. Seriously, raise your hands. Look around. I think to some level, we've all felt it, despite our reluctance to admit it. The past couple of months, I've been vacillating between, oh yeah, I'm graduating, and oh yeah, I'm graduating. It's kind of a strange feeling to wrap your brain around. It's one of those you can't understand it until you experience it situations, but also one that you experience without a clue of how to process it. So, scared and clueless, I tried to meditate. I followed a guided meditation app that the Health and Wellness Center recommended called Stop, Breathe, and Think. Already I was skeptical. I wasn't too sure I could do all of those things. Stop, maybe. Breathe, well, duh. Think, that was already a big problem. But all of those together? Probably not. Still, I continued. I followed the app's prompts and input my mood, meh, poor, rough. Then my physical and emotional symptoms, overwhelmed, exhausted, self-critical. The app recommended I listen to a 6-minute session titled Change. Let me tell you, I've never felt so much aversion to anything in a while. Every cell of my body was screaming, no, that sounds awful, don't do that. Against seemingly better judgment, I pressed play, put my hands on my knees, and closed my eyes. My anxiety was paramount as the woman on the recording proclaimed, "Take a moment to think about change. Absolutely everybody and everything is changing all the time." If I'm going to be completely transparent, I kind of tuned out after I heard that. Obviously, I got off to a rocky start in my meditation practice. But humor me, I got distracted because I'm a classics major. My mind immediately went to Heraclitus, an ancient Greek philosopher from the late 6th century, early 5th century BCE. And as a classicist, it's my job to annoyingly regurgitate snippets of ancient wisdom, so here you go. One of Heraclitus's famous phrases, quoted in Plato's Cratylus, is "Panta cure kai uden mene," and it translates as all things move, and nothing remains still. This seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? Of course things change. We sit in class wishing the clock would tick faster or count down the days until break or the start of school, all while those hours and minutes and seconds go rushing by. But really think about it. Every aspect of our existence, of the world's existence, of the universe's, is defined by change. Yet we're so scared of it. I sat in my meditation about 10 minutes after it had officially ended, thinking about change. And I have a couple of things I want to tell the Beloit College graduating class of 2016. One of them is not necessarily to meditate, but interpret at your own will. Everything is changing for us, especially right now. We're leaving the place we've called home for 4 years, the place that has housed so many triumphs, challenges, and yes, definitely some failures. That's okay. We're taking our Beloit friendships long distance, pursuing new friendships, new challenges, new triumphs, and new failures. Maybe we're leaving some things behind. That's okay too. It's okay to feel a gut-wrenching fear of next year, of this summer, even of the next few hours or so when we've officially graduated. Some of us have plans. That's awesome. Some of us don't. That's totally okay too. Every aspect of our lives is changing. We're not the same people we were freshman year, thank God. And we certainly will not be the same people in 5 years when, upon returning for homecoming weekend, we see that the powerhouse has finally been completed. It's okay to feel anxious, class of 2016. It's okay to feel whatever you are feeling. Change is inevitable. The great thing about change, though, and life in general, is that it gives you options. You get to make the decision about what you do, when you do it, and how. Will these decisions result in failure? Definitely. Will they result in success? I have no doubt. But each one of us here has succeeded already. We've succeeded because we've made the choices in our lives that benefit us and our education and our happiness, but also some that haven't. The success is in the choice, not necessarily in the result. It's in coming to terms with the constant change in our lives and recognizing that it provides fresh opportunities. Maybe we're not too sure about where our decisions will lead us, but that's fine. Uncertainty is inevitable. We should realize, though, that all of us made the decision to embrace Beloit and become Beloiters. Think about everything that's resulted from that decision: friendships, relationships, personal growth, introspection. Whether or not those experiences have been positive or negative, they have still contributed to the amazing, successful people we are today. Imagine how much wiser we will be with even more decisions under our belts. And maybe try meditating, because at the very least, you will make Bill Conover very happy. Congratulations, class of 2016. Congratulations to the choices we've made, the perpetually growing people we are, and the so many successes and failures we've accomplished. Thank you.
Glad you did not go off the precipice, Haley. I'm now pleased to introduce the president of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, Todd Hansen, a member of the class of 1989.
Thank you, President Bierman. Greetings to everyone, but especially greetings to you, class of 2016. I have the opportunity of welcoming you to the Beloit College Alumni Association, and this is an honor that I do not take lightly. It's nice to be able to follow up to what Haley said because I have some good news. But first, let me be the next one to congratulate you for what you have accomplished today. Many of you always expected to get here. Some of you may have found it a bit harder work than you originally planned, but I can tell you, as both a graduate and a parent, that this day, this diploma you're about to receive, is a very big deal. People here, your parents and family members and friends, they probably cannot believe that this day is here, even though they have been expecting it for years. Because even in the best of circumstances, with the best of intentions, plans can change, obstacles can arise. But here you are. You worked for it, you earned it, and now you have it, and it can never be taken away. So congratulations. Congratulations. With that in mind, let me give you a little bit of perspective about what this particular diploma from this particular small liberal arts college in this particular section of Wisconsin means. Because as you go out into the world tomorrow, there will be many days in your future where you will explain to people that your college experience entailed spending 4 years with 1,200 people living in a 6-block radius and eating meals together, and they will not be able to conceive of the notion. And that is the way it should be. Because today is the day that Beloit no longer becomes a college to you and becomes a community. And if you choose to stay, it is a community that will provide significant value in your life. Because becoming a member of the Beloit College community means that you have a very specific way of looking at the world. It is fair to say that you may only truly appreciate this experience that you received here when you get some distance from it, because you've really completed something truly unique that has shaped you in ways that you will never anticipate. And this is true whether you're a member of the football team or a member of BISFA or both. There are some exciting days ahead. The next few years may or may not provide you with the greatest experiences and challenges you ever had. But as you draw on your experiences here, you'll have access to a toolkit that others who have their own particular diplomas from their own particular universities and colleges will not. You will understand people better than most. You will understand projects better than most. And you will understand your path better than most. I'm not sure how or why this happens, but I can assure you that I know hundreds of fellow alumni who would quickly and readily agree with me, because I talk to them every day. And that is one of the things that has surprised me most about my Beloit education, that my Beloit experience did not end here when I accepted my diploma in this space in 1989. So as you prepare today to walk away from Beloit, I ask you to consider the possibility that you may instead be walking toward it. Because Beloit is not a collection of buildings. It is a collection of people who see the world through similar eyes. I hope you will stay involved with the school. But more importantly, I hope you will share what the school taught you. Because believe me, the world needs as much of what Beloit can give as it can take. So enjoy today, celebrate what you've done, and thank all those that helped you get here. And then get to work, live with passion, and I hope you will walk with your fellow alumni as well. And with that, I happily welcome you to the Beloit College Alumni Association. Congratulations.
Will the members of the Beloit College Chamber Singers please come forward? While they make their way to the stage, I think we should acknowledge, after one night's reflection, that yesterday's baccalaureate may have been the finest in the 170-year history of Beloit College. Let's thank Cheyenne Kern, Aria Shannon, Danny Connolly, Lucy Holden, Ariana O'Neill, Lydia Zimmerman, Genevieve Dahlmeyer, Seamus Delaney, Noah Detal, Alice Garricky, George Gray, Audrey Laviolette, Laura Young, Professor Deborah Majid, Professor Ron Nikora for a fantastic baccalaureate yesterday. Now, please join me in the singing of the college song, Domine Salvam Fac. The words and music are printed on the back of your program, and our choir is directed by A.J. Keller.
Exodinos in die
Well done. Thank you very much. So I probably should have asked you all to stand for that. So why don't you stand just so you get to stretch out your legs, and let's give them a standing ovation instead. Okay, you can sit back down now. Time to get serious. I now call on James R. Sanger, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to bring greetings to the graduating seniors on behalf of the trustees and to present the board statement of authorization for the granting of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees at today's exercises. Jim, would you come forward?
Good afternoon. I will be brief. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm pleased to extend our best wishes and congratulations to the class of 2016. There you go. Showing my age. And to their families and friends, it's my pleasure to inform you the Board of Directors has authorized the awarding of appropriate degrees at this year's commencement exercises to all such candidates as have been certified by the registrar and approved by the faculty. In accordance with these actions and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I now call upon President Scott Bierman to confer these awards pursuant to the legal authority vested in the Board of Trustees under the charter granted by the legislature of the Territory of Wisconsin on February 2nd, 1846.
Thanks, Jim. Dean Ann Davies, will you now please present the candidates for degrees?
Mr. President, I first have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Will these candidates please rise and commence coming forward? A candidate who attains the highest scholastic standing during 4 years of work at Beloit College is selected to represent the group and to receive a hood in recognition of this achievement. By action of the appropriate authorities and with the approval of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, the candidates so chosen to represent the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts at this 166th commencement exercise are Ellen Garland Moses from Berkeley, California, and Waldemir Peter Borosh Wichnanski from Lanark, Illinois, whose degrees are awarded summa cum laude. Ellen also received departmental honors in anthropology, and Wally earned honors in philosophy. Will these candidates please come forward?
Come on over here, Ellen.
Congratulations, Wally.
Come on over, Wally. In accordance with the recommendation of the Dean of the College, on behalf of the faculty and the Board of Trustees of Beloit College, and by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. The token of the hood now placed upon you confers upon all the candidates whom you represent the degree of Bachelor of Arts, together with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Okay, we have garroted Wally. All right, we can go forward, Dean Davies.
Sylvia Louise Abelson, cum laude. Christina Marie Alger, summa cum laude. Hugo Julian Alvarez. Bennett Charles Anderson, magna cum laude. Kyla Blaze Anderson, cum laude. Guadalupe Angeles. Alicia Joanne Ankin. Marcos Josiah Arroyo. Benjamin Monroe Austin. Lauren Virginia Bagley. Julian Baker Echevarria. John Morgan Bakewell, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Education and Youth Studies. Emma Thompson Bangs. Haley Noel Barnett, summa cum laude. Karen Chandra Bauer, cum laude. Adam David Beardsley. Austin Alexander Beeger. Eileen Marie Behan. Rudolph Francis Bentley Jr. Adonis Bowen Billy. Thorin Alden Blitz, cum laude. Lorianne Michelle Bork. Rita Marie Bowens, summa cum laude. Joseph Roland Bramble, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Sociology and Political Science. Mary Fairbank Briggs, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Religious Studies and Anthropology. Jordan Lee Brignol, cum laude. Jessica Ann Brinkmeyer. Max Yeshaya Bromberg Kraus, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Theater. Emily Francesca Canny. Yan Jun Tsao, cum laude. Alyssa Julia Capecci. Reed Knight Kaplan, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Health and Society. Nadir Christopher Carlson. Joseph Anthony Casa, cum laude. Michael Lawrence Casey. Megan Campbell Caves, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Anthropology. Matthew Aaron Sassine. Isaac Parks Chafkin. Michael Daniel Chavez. Jordan Colleen Shahan. Olivia Mackenzie Clark, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Critical Identity Studies. Taylor Marie Lynn Cornell, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Sociology. Sean I. Cunningham, magna cum laude. Genevieve Marie Dahlmeyer, cum laude. Dalton Gerald Davies. Noah David DeTall, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Physics. Cameron John Dieter, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Political Science. Michelle Marie Dillon. Markel Louise Distante, magna cum laude. Natalia Donchenko, cum laude. Jake Nicholas Dragonetti, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Political Science. Elizabeth K. Durham. Corel Dewan Ellis. Joseph Elijah Evans. Sarah Ann Fithian. Connor Sargent Widener Fogarty, cum laude. Sandra D. Fordell, magna cum laude. Way to go. Jonathan Jordan Fuller, cum laude. Patrick Graham Galloway. Esperanza Garcia. Martin Todd Garrett Curry. Ashley Marie Gasparola. Alice Oleana Gerke, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Theater. Madeline K. Gill, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors International Relations. John Thomas Glennon, magna cum laude. Laura Shirley Glick. Grace White Gockel, magna cum laude. Caitlin Claire Goldwater. Antonio Jaime Gonzalez. Elise Suzanne Gaugio. Amelia Elizabeth Scott Green, magna cum laude. Paula Green. Katya Rose Grober, cum laude. Anastasia Ivanovna Gusakova, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Psychology. Dylan Francis Hackler. Annie Teresa Hagee. Reese Madeline Rose Hallberg, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Political Science. Barrick Allen Hamilton. Jonathan Michael Harsh. Simone Catherine Harstead. Lauren Elizabeth Hartog, magna cum laude. Ryan Patrick Hazuka. Shinju Hu. Timothy John Healy. Fabiola Candela Hernandez, cum laude, Departmental Honors Anthropology. Moe Higa, magna cum laude. Lucy Maud Holden, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Theater and Creative Writing. Linda Hellickson Holt. Lyndon Hellickson Holt. Sorry about that, Lyndon. Cecily Helene Holtz, magna cum laude, with honors in a self-design major in women, business, and social change. Boa Huang, magna cum laude. Angel Fumilola Ito. Kai Tiana. Tyler Christian Jackson. Samantha Ellenry Jacoby. Robert Kirby Jays, magna cum laude, departmental honors, creative writing. Jingwei Jia, cum laude. Allison Kierstead Jones, magna cum laude, departmental honors, sociology. Antonio Allen Jones Jr. Sorry. Sarah Elizabeth Jones. Elizabeth Ann Kaiser. Nora Conway Kane, summa cum laude, departmental honors, media studies. Robin Mika Kanemoto. Dennis Karaoke. Ryan Patrick Caveney. Emma Rose Keys, magna cum laude. Teresa Harris Keene, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Keller, magna cum laude, departmental honors, psychology. Michelle Antoinette Kelly. Trevor Hamilton Kenahan, magna cum laude. Cheyenne Marie Kern, magna cum laude. Rebecca Kristen Kilcoyne, summa cum laude, departmental honors, literary studies. Ariel Nicole Kimmel. Samantha Lynn Kennard, magna cum laude. Cassandra Lynn King. Frances Grace Clavercamp, summa cum laude. Christopher Aaron Kerner. Ari Benjamin Korn. Zach D. Kolosinski. Matthew James Kreiser, cum laude. Violet McCullough Lane Ruckman, magna cum laude, departmental honors, sociology. David Akos Lauer, magna cum laude, departmental honors, political science. Audrey Renee LaViolette, cum laude. Min Gyu Lee, magna cum laude. Reed Libby, magna cum laude. Esmeralda Limeta Cruz. Tova Lisensky. Allison Maureen Littell, magna cum laude, departmental honors, creative writing and sociology. Laura Emily Logan. Heather Rose McIsaac. Husrav Makamov. Isaac Henry Makos, magna cum laude. Will Martin Marcus. Georgia Ozell Maxwell, magna cum laude. Stephen McAfee Jr. Christina Lynn McClammer, cum laude. William Forrest McDonald Newman, cum laude. Colin Christopher McDuffie. Sasha Michelle McLaughlin. Kristen Rose McNeil. Matthew Richard Mead. Chloe Sky Menderson. Erica Mendez, magna cum laude. Raven M. Mercado. Marie Elise Maroney. Monica Keiko Methe. Milica Mihailovich, summa cum laude, departmental honors, Russian. Rikako Natalie Nishimura, summa cum laude, departmental honors, Russian. Katya Lauren Nonay. Liam Augustine O'Connor. Amy Keiko Oda, cum laude. Dana Therese Olesh, summa cum laude, departmental honors, anthropology and history. Quinn Roberts O'Maher, cum laude. Oriana Lynn Schaefer O'Neill, summa cum laude. Kiernan Robin Orn Adams, summa cum laude, departmental honors, creative writing. Elizabeth Osorio. Caroline Adele Paxton. Adrian Lee Peel, cum laude, departmental honors, media studies. Vanessa Isabel Pena, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Pipel, magna cum laude. Jacob August Pritcher. Gabriel Enrique Cattell. Fabiola Ramirez Montoya, summa cum laude. Sarah Rapp, cum laude, departmental honors, sociology. Colin David Reed, magna cum laude. Jessica Joan Rittenhouse. Javier Rojas. Michael John Roth. Jacob Isaac Royko. Griffin Thomas Salisbury, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Psychology. Gregory Donald Schaefer. That's what I wondered. So do we want to do them now? Do you want to do it now? Let's just do it now. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So it's a windy day, and I kind of thought that it may have happened when I saw Kevin moving names around. So I need to flip back to Mingus. I actually even tried to check at one point. Ah, there it is. Okay. So Emily Jean Mingus. Anna Elizabeth Moritz. Risa Naka. Wilson Reese Neal. Omid Niliaram, magna cum laude. Now I just have to find my way back. All right, we did Gregory, right? What? Yep. Yep, Rebecca Louise Shekel, magna cum laude. Samantha B. Schoenberger, cum laude. Arya Renee Shannon, cum laude. Taylor Grace Seiler. Sarah Ann Sims, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Religious Studies. Charles Livingston Spalding. Sam C. Spearson. Joel Benjamin Stadler. Haley Alexa Stevenson. Elizabeth Michelle Storick, cum laude. Ashley Amanda Streb, cum laude. Jackson McPhail Stuker. Emily Ann Swartz, summa cum laude. Devin Lee Stewart Sweeting, magna cum laude. Kayla Summer Saraki, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Psychology. Jacob Paul Tente. Glenn Allison Tietzer, cum laude. Philip Ballard Timmons, cum laude. Hannah Jean Trickle, magna cum laude. Isaiah Turner Wyatt, cum laude. Carmen Valerdi. Jasmine Vasquez, magna cum laude. Hillary Marie Firth Walker, summa cum laude. Komari Sean Walls. Julia Nightsong Wong, cum laude. Xavier Augustus Ward. Aiden Sean Winnery. Lauren Sophia Whitley, cum laude. Emma Bryn Wilbur. Allison Sujin Wood, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Psychology. Benjamin James Wood. Ariel Elizabeth Workings. Leslie Catherine Wright, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Literary Studies. Lena Wright. Yu Xuan Wu. Rua Bing Xu, cum laude. Rachel King Yamron. Alexa Yun San E, cum laude. Nicholas Ian Yielding, magna cum laude. Jie Yi Zhou, magna cum laude. Mr. President, I next have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Oh, you're right, sorry. So we had one person out of line. Genevieve Amina Jedians. So I've been told that my Bachelor of Science people are lined up. Are you lined up? You should stand up and get lined up. A candidate who attains the highest scholastic standing during 4 years of work at Beloit College is selected to represent the group and to receive a hood in recognition of this achievement. So you guys should start making your way. That's good. We need a psychopomp out there. So, a candidate who attains the highest scholastic standing during 4 years of work at Beloit College is selected to represent the group and to receive a hood in recognition of this achievement. By action of the appropriate authorities and with the approval of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, the candidate so chosen to represent the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science at this 166th commencement exercise is Emma Carolyn Keppel from Cambridge, Wisconsin, whose degree is awarded summa cum laude with departmental honors in geology. Will the candidate please come forward?
In accordance with the recommendation of the Dean of the College, on behalf of the faculty and the Board of Trustees of Beloit College,
Worth waiting for. Isabella Rose Berman, magna cum laude. Ian James Brackett, summa cum laude, departmental honors, biology. Matthew Gemren Case Caballona. Madeline Tenney Campbell, cum laude, departmental honors, biology. Trina Kayum Capelli, cum laude. Yu-Wei Chen. Ariana Noel Kokalis. Katya Pilar Colin Burnell. Chelsea Abigail Cribben. Ryan Patrick Daly, cum laude. Angeline Ivretta Early. Sudan Phoenix Alma Garner, cum laude, departmental honors, biology. Samuel Philip Gartzman, magna cum laude, departmental honors, chemistry. Enid Gongora. Matthias Grande. George Henry Gray. Jacob William Gray, departmental honors, biology. Heather Barbara Gustat, magna cum laude, departmental honors, biochemistry. Han Han, magna cum laude. Jace Harrison Hodder. Scott Dennis Jones, cum laude. Lincoln James Kavinsky, magna cum laude, departmental honors, biochemistry. Henry McKinnell Klatz. Sally Pamela Klein. Olivia Mae Klein, summa cum laude. Emma Asher Koenig, summa cum laude, departmental honors, chemistry. Carolyn Lee Kramer, magna cum laude, departmental honors, biochemistry. Alex M. Leroy. Janine Ariel Letman. Andrea Lopez Arteaga. Willow Lavelle Macy, departmental honors, biology. Michaela Marie Martin. Megan Elizabeth McCabe, cum laude, departmental honors, biochemistry. Dinesh James Windsor McGinty, departmental honors, physics. Melissa Jean Miller. Danny Morell. Shantae Jade Moss. Sarah Ashley Mueller, summa cum laude, departmental honors, biology. Timon Wolf Mueller. Tyler Conwell Peacock. Thomas Nolan Porca. Ethan Lindsay Porter. Stephanie Rosenwinkel, cum laude. Miranda Catherine Rubin, magna cum laude. Alexander George Schneider. Kevin Walter Schreiner. Brandon Kyle Seiler. Estiak Haider Shoroff, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Physics. Jessica Marie Sollenberger, magna cum laude. Bethany Nicole Stavrakis, magna cum laude. Natalie Steen, cum laude. Chandler Dean Stevenson. Alexander Ryan Thompson. Allison Marie Vance, cum laude, Departmental Honors Geology. Sarah Vermeland. Emily Faith Vogelhuber, summa cum laude. Margaret Claire Warren, cum laude, Departmental Honors Biology. Lana Marie Ruby Wiesman, magna cum laude.
My good friends, it is my great honor to present to you the class of 2016. Just as Dr. Terrell predicted, none of this would have happened were it not for the unparalleled procreative powers of all of your energetic parents. The fine quality of their good efforts are in evidence right in front of me. As much as this day is about you, class of 2016, you would not have gotten to this point were it not for your families. I hope you will join me in taking a moment to thank them. Testudines in totum et perpetuum, turtles all the way down. But you are here also as beneficiaries of generations of past students, parents, and friends of the college, the resources the college employs to help make this education possible are a direct result of thousands of generous supporters who believe that access to a school like this matters. Without them, there would not be a graduating class of 2016 that looks or feels anything like you, and that would be a crime. Please join me in thanking all the many people who have supported this college so generously, many of whom are at this gathering or on this stage. Thank you. Testudines and totum et perpetuum turtles all the way down now. Take a look around at the faculty and staff that are here today. If you asked any one of them what it is that keeps them working at Beloit College, they would answer without any hesitation that it is you. Your success is their success. I wonder if you will take a moment to join me now one more time, graduating class of 2016, in thanking the staff and faculty of Beloit College. Testudines in totum et perpetuum turtles all the way down. In the last edition of the round table, Kiernan Orn Adams writes, quote, I've been hashing over how to write this for the better part of 2 years. This has not always been a perfect place. There have been miserable winters and ridiculous policies, communications breakdowns, and warring cliques. But one of the things I have appreciated about Beloit is the ways in which it fosters a critical environment. We're not meant to just sit back and accept these issues. We're meant to challenge them, to accept that our home may be imperfect, and work towards fixing some of those policies. And while that change wasn't often as effective as I would have hoped, it still represents an admirable mindset. But when this place is doing well, my God, this is often a school to be proud of, whether for the academic culture it fosters, the creativity and social awareness of the students, the amazing credentials and accessibility of the professors, or my personal favorite, the things that perfectly capture the spirit of the school, folk and blues, roaming around the poetry garden when the flowers are blooming, streams of majestic bell runners, spring day, the particular silence of walking around late on a winter's night when there's nothing but you and the snow glittering under the streetlights. There is an atmosphere here that, for better or worse, is unlike anything else I've encountered. I'm sure that all of you reading this have your own private Beloits, a little tapestry of faces and spaces that makes up your story of the college. What a rare and wonderful gift to know a place so fully. Kiernan, one more time. You gently provoke us in these waning moments. What are your private Beloits? Is your Beloit, for example, like Kiernan's, a stream of majestic bell runners? Just for the record, my Beloit is as far removed from bell runners as I can get. Bell running as majestic as you all may be, and continuing college presidencies do not go hand in hand. Who and what makes up your tapestry that tells your Beloit story? The meaning of this moment, the meaning of your newly minted degree, the meaning of this college as you reflect back in the years ahead will be told by this tapestry. It will undoubtedly tell a story that, to reinterpret Kiernan, is flawed and gifted and human. Aaron Chapin, the college's first president, said of the early alumni of the college something that I and future presidents will be able to say about you. Alma mater, looks fondly on your faces. Her heart swells with worthy pride as she reviews the lives you have been living since you went out from her charge, and she borrows the honors you have won and wears them as jewels for her adornment today. Your presence fills her heart with gladness and her face with smiles. So it has been, and so it is. The value proposition of this college is embodied so gorgeously, embodied in my friends in front of me, the class of 2016, Beloitish, Beloitered, Beloiters. It is, as it always will be at Beloit College, turtles all the way down. I invite this class to stand and participate in one last Beloit tradition. The faculty and staff will follow the platform party out in the recessional. They will then create one last gauntlet through which you must pass. After that, please join us for lunch on the lawn behind Eaton Chapel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support of the class of 2016. Safe travels.
One, 2, 3, 4.